Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The California Doom Loop. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. California has entered a doom loop. Just when people thought its economy couldn't get any worse, it has. And it's getting worse because of its doom loop. What is a doom loop, you ask? That's where companies and retailers and restaurants and hotels are leaving the state because of drugs and lack of law enforcement and the departure of other companies and retailers and restaurants. So they leave, and this causes other companies and retailers and restaurants who are considering to leave to make up their mind and then finally leave themselves. It's like seeing other homeowners on your street put up for sale signs. The more people see for sale signs going up, the more likely they are to leave. There's a contagion effect. But with a doom loop, the more companies leave or are seen leaving, the more the doom loop accelerates and causes both others to leave, and it also encourages companies not to move to California as well. Here's another problem. The other day we were listening to a news show in which politicians of San Francisco were all blaming the city's problems on perception. They were all saying that Indianapolis has the same issues that San Francisco has, but that because the news cycle is constantly showing how bad San Francisco is, it's not doing any stories on Indianapolis. Because of that, the public thinks that San Francisco is much worse than Indianapolis, but that's a complete lie. The reason San Francisco is a hellscape is because the politicians have obstructed and made every effort to block or prevent law enforcement. It's also because the previous DA made every effort to back criminals and not the victims. It's because the city committed itself to allowing drug sales and usage in public view. You can now inject yourself with heroin right next to a police officer and the officer will do nothing. It's also because junkies and criminals can now openly accost pedestrians and no one seems to care or arrest them. You can also steal or shoplift anything you want as long as you stay below the $950 limit for shoplifting, and you won't be arrested. The San Francisco doom loop is horrific. In LA and Beverly Hills, the doom loop in those cities is also getting worse, but they're a little better at hiding it. They will put pretty pictures or posters or images in the windows of all the out-of-business stores, so it doesn't look like the entire city has descended into Mad Max. But stores and people are leaving the city very quickly now. And the doom loop and exodus will accelerate once more people get hit by their crazy taxes or see the latest crime reports, or they or somebody in their family gets robbed or attacked. Here's another interesting thing about the doom loop. No one in the media likes to talk about it much because they know that just talking about it increases the speed and size of the doom loop. Call some of the truck rental places these days like Penske or U-Haul and ask them for their latest quote to rent a truck from California to just about anywhere in the country, and you'll be shocked at the prices they quote you. First, you're going to have a really difficult time finding a truck for your move date. Secondly, when you see how much they want to charge you, you're going to fall off the sofa and hit your head on the ground. The prices are staggering, but the moving expenses are nearly as expensive as the new wealth tax California legislators are working on to keep taxing everybody for the rest of their lives once they leave the state of California. It's amazing. A lot of people know that it's going to be unconstitutional, but apparently the state of California wants to keep ripping as many people off as possible before the Supreme Court strikes it down. And then once that happens, good luck trying to claw your money back from California. Here's something else really disturbing about the doom loop. The state of California is actually blaming its financial problems on the people and companies who are leaving. How funny is that? The state has basically been set on financial fire by the politicians, and now that the people and the companies are running for their lives, many of them are leaving or moving or just running to get away. I'm surprised that none of the realtors who have had their store shelves emptied and cleaned up by the criminals have sued the city and the state for passing laws or regulations that force the cops to stop arresting shoplifters. That to me is just amazing. Here's something else that's spectacular about the doom loop. The criminals and the junkies and the homeless love it. Squatters love it. Gang members love it. Arsonists love it. If you go to Venice Beach, you'll see that retail stores and tents of homeless people are being set on fire all the time. That's why there's usually a dedicated fire truck parked somewhere in the Venice area. That's because a lot of these people will accidentally set their own tents on fire when they're cooking drugs, or they'll pass out inside their tents and set everything else on fire. And if their tent is next to a store, then the store will go up in flames. It's amazing. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.